Hey guys, and welcome back to another Conan Exiles video. Today we are back in the Exiled Lands, in map square F5, building a museum. This is a build idea I had a while ago now, and today I had some pretty good ideas for how to construct it, so here we are. This video includes the usage of mods very heavily in decoration. You can see the list of those mods and the load order in the pinned comment below. As usual, this video is indeed sponsored by NordVPN. You can get 68% of a 2-year deal plus a month free when you visit nordvpn.org/eredyt or use code eredyt at checkout. Stick around until the end of the video to learn more about how to browse the internet safely and securely with NordVPN. So, without further ado, let's get started. Firstly, we are going to start off with, of course, the base plate. I started off by drawing out a large space with Argossean foundations, and then filling that space in with Frontier foundations, contrasting the dark wood of Frontier against the bright marble and mild mid-tones of Argossean makes for a nice tonal choice when it comes to colour contrast. Next, for the walls. I wanted a multi-level build that I could utilise verticality and height to create impressive visuals both on the inside and outside of the build. The structure is made of 3 basic shapes, those being a central square and 2 rectangles coming out on 2 different sides of the square, one on the left and one on the back. Museums generally have a lot to see, and so there are usually many different ways to reach different parts of the museum depending on where you are situated. To try and emulate that in this build, I placed doorways at regular intervals throughout the build to allow a visitor to easily move between rooms at will. The only issue with this is that there is indeed only one staircase in the central square, which could congest foot traffic through the museum. However, this isn't really too much of an issue, given that this is actually a relatively small museum compared to what you could probably build if you wanted something much larger. I also left a 1 foundation buffer around the entire build, as I'll later be adding extra balconies and decorations to the exterior of the build to make it look a lot less blocky and much more interesting. I built the back rectangle 2 floors high at 2 tiles per floor, and the left side and square in the centre 3 floors high at 2 tiles per floor. In all of the rooms I utilised either holes in the floor or catwalks to increase the visual verticality of the build, and to give the interior a sense of height and grandeur. I could have completely capped off each floor and included more display items in the furnishing phase, but I think the benefit of having the added verticality and visual size of the build helps to make this museum feel and look much more impressive, whereas an extra few items on display here and there just wouldn't have added much to the actual quality of the build. Next, for the roofs. I went for fairly simple roof designs. On the back rectangle, I built a regular flat apex roof capped off with rooftop pieces. On the left side rectangle, I built a twin flat apex roof capped off with rooftop pieces, along with a small rooftop rise between those two twin roofs. Atop the square section, I then built a regular pointed apex roof. Nothing too fancy, it just works. Next, for the exterior decorations. I changed my mind a couple of times during this section on exactly what to do, but I think I came to a solution that actually works really well and helps to make the build look very impressive, though for some it could look a tad too busy. It just really depends on people's tastes, I guess. I placed awnings between each window tile, and then using Argossean pillars, I supported a line of ceilings above the awnings, onto which I then placed more awnings. I then replaced the ceiling tiles that weren't held up by pillars or placed above window frame tiles with vaulted ceilings, and that finished off the decoration for the exterior. Finally, I finished off the build by adding in an extended entranceway, covering the exterior awning and pillar decorations with fences, and then going back inside and placing the final fences inside the build to protect against, of course, falling. Finally, when the shell of the build was done, it was then time to, of course, furnish. Approaching the build, I've lit the structure with statues of guidance outside and hanging brass lanterns inside. Entering the museum, I've included a small reception area in the main square building. This square has access to every part of the museum, and is basically designed as the central hub of the building. Entering the back room, this is one of the display rooms. This room includes various artifacts, such as ancient Lemurian pillars, Dafari tribal tusks, serpentman statues, and various artifacts from ancient times. Into the next display room, this room features cultural items heavily. This includes a salvaged Argossean statue, various tapestries, pottery, and the recovered mummified corpse of Cadric Full. Heading upstairs, we reach another display room, which features the head and shoulders of the Argossean statue from downstairs, along with various cultural and religious relics. Above the ancient artifacts room is a catwalk that allows close examination of those giant Lemurian pillars, along with extensive balcony access. Heading to the top of the build, we reach the small art gallery that includes some paintings from the Stormguard kingdoms, along with another balcony access point. And there we have it, a museum in the Exiled Lands in Map Square F5. Thanks for watching. I enjoyed this build quite a lot and I'm actually extremely happy with how it came out. As I mentioned earlier, this video is indeed sponsored by NordVPN. If you want to stay safe on the internet and ensure you can't be tracked by shady individuals, all whilst being able to access Netflix, BBC iPlayer, ITV, Hulu, HBO and more regardless of where you live, all whilst maintaining blazing fast internet speeds, NordVPN is the perfect choice for you. When you use my link or discount code, you can get 68% off a 2-year deal, which comes out to $3.71 a month, an absolute bargain price for such a great service that I use almost every day. The software is a small download and it's easy to use. One click and you're both connected and protected, and you have full access to the internet. Nord also has very strict policies on protecting your data, meaning you can browse in confidence. Visit nordvpn.org/eradyt or use code eradyt at checkout to claim this huge discount and get the best VPN service available on the internet, and also help me out a lot at the same time. As always, thanks to Nord for sponsoring the video. If you've enjoyed this video, leave a like and let me know in the comments below if you have any build suggestions for future videos. As usual, absolutely anything is welcome. Don't forget to both follow me on Twitch and join the fun on our Discord through the links in the description. Again, don't forget you can get 68% off NordVPN when you use code eradyt at checkout, or you can go through my affiliate link in the description and pinned comment below. YouTube is currently my full-time source of income, so if you enjoy the content and would like to help support the channel so I can continue to put out the best content possible, do consider becoming a patron. There are multiple tiers of support from $1 to $20, offering many different benefits from a mention in every video to Discord roles, and even sneak peeks of every new video before anyone else. The link to my Patreon is in the description, so if you'd like to support the channel, feel free to consider becoming a patron. On that note, a thanks to our current patrons Sammy, Sir Dialot, Randar, MK Pantheon, Sergeant Swede, and Shannara. If you're new here, feel free to check out the rest of the content on the channel. There are new Conan Exiles videos coming every Wednesday and Sunday, so if you like what you see, subscribe and ring the notification bell to be the first to see the next video, and to join us on the road to 10,000 subscribers. Again, thanks for watching, and I'll see you soon.